Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to your very delayed weekly pick-a-pile reading. Sorry about that, but here it is. So, this is as follows. The Lemurian Healing Crystal for just general overall healing. Bloodstone, red jasper, for healing of fear, the root chakra center. So if you're feeling afraid, this is a good pile to get guidance from. And Moldavite for personal transformation. Complete transformation of self and situation. You can choose 1, 2, or all of the piles if you want. They will be time-stamped for your convenience. Go ahead and take a moment to see which pile you're drawn to, or all of them, whichever, it's fine. There are no rules with these pick-a-pile readings. You can pick 1, 2, or all of them. So let me go ahead and pause the video, and we'll get started with the general healing for the Lemurian Healing Crystal pile. See you in a few minutes. At 1 minute and 42 seconds, we're going to go ahead and start with Lemurian Healing Crystal. I usually have this set up beforehand, so I'm really just trying to get this done as fast as possible, and I'm really just slowing myself down here, so my apologies. All right. Gonna stop messing with these now. I've already wasted a minute of your time. Sorry. So the first card that came out is the Page of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is a time of being reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. It's time to get to work. So whether this is literally scholarships or the pursuit of education, or if it's just about getting to work on doing something new, learning something new, take it how it resonates for you. The Moon card is out next. This is Cancer energy. It's in the reverse. The Moon is number 18, breaks down to a 9. It's the 9th house of Sagittarius in the reverse. It is about spirituality, religion, long-distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. There is an opportunity to improve your plans, but someone isn't listening to their intuition for accurate guidance. It's time to face your fears and grow stronger. It's the Cancer that is not listening to their intuition for accurate guidance. They're very afraid, and they're keeping themselves small. It's time for this karmic feminine with Cancer in their chart to learn something new, to heal. Because they're still in the 7 of Swords energy. Lying, theft, deception, and trickery within this relationship. There's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. It's time to review all the details. I'm getting that the best thing for the karmic feminine to do is to get into counseling right away so they can start rebuilding their life and picking up the pieces. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to everybody else. Just accept reality as it is. Because the Seven of Swords is also about self-deception. You're only deceiving yourself with whatever it is that you're thinking and focused on. And there's also the element of leaving evidence behind with the Seven of Swords. Of your deception, of your theft, of your trickery. 555 on the counter. Major changes are happening for the karmic feminine right now. So it's time to do something constructive. Here's another 7. 77 is a very significant angel number. So go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description below for the angel number index. Because this partnership was unbalanced because you're unbalanced, karmic feminine. You have not invested wisely into this partnership. And you've not invested wisely into yourself. You don't have patience. And you need to have patience and wait for your next harvest. It's time to review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. But this is in the reverse. You're not doing that. You're still trying to lie and manipulate and deceive. 5 of Wands in the reverse. The 5th house is the 5th house of Leo. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. You're not willing to take a risk for any matters of the 5th house. For your own personal happiness. You're not willing to take a risk for your children, your pets, for romance, creativity. This is a challenge that you can resolve, but it's about getting yourself healthy and taking the action steps that you need to take for your self-betterment. It's time to withdraw from the drama of others. But you haven't. You're still creating this drama and chaos and conflict. You need to have patience with yourself and those around you. You need to settle down. It's time to take a leap of faith in a new direction now that everything has fallen apart. It's time for you to take a leap of faith in the direction of your health and wellness right now, of your healing and recovery. Aries and Aquarius energy. It's time to believe in yourself, to listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. You've been so focused on misery and creating it all around you. When you focus on the positives, things will slowly start changing. When you heal that hate and that malice and that pain in your own heart, and stop lying and deceiving yourself and everyone else around you, and stop making poor choices in your life, you can turn all this around. But your crown chakra is blocked here. You're unable to receive divine guidance because you have really, really dug yourself into a really deep, dark hole, karmic feminine. 41 breaks down to another 5. It's the 5th house of Leo. It's time to take a risk and surrendering to the divine and asking for forgiveness and getting right with yourself so that you can take care of your own self. So you can improve your self-value and your self-worth. Increase your possessions and increase your finances on your own. It's time for independence. You keep saying that you can't do it alone. But yes, you can. Anybody can. It's about healing yourself. So that you can heal your finances. And you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. Like a happy family. But it involves making a lot of really serious choices for your health and wellness and protection and safety. To create safety, security, stability in your home environment. A new home environment. But instead, you're so consumed with envy. You're so focused on what you don't have and what other people have that it's definitely affecting your self-value and self-worth every single day. So therefore, it affects your finances and your possessions. 1221 on the counter. So go check out that angel number. It's time to close out cycles. You're also very deceitful still. You're still lying. There is no way to achieve a brand new life as long as you're still lying and envious. 25 breaks down to a 7. It's the 7th house of Libra. It's time to get right with yourself and get right with God. And as long as you're in this envious and deceitful energy, your abundance is blocked and will continue to be blocked. It's also about the 3rd house in the reverse, the 3rd house of Gemini. Siblings, short distance travel, social media, platforms, and contracts. You're so consumed over the loss of having everything provided for you that it's blocking your abundance. It's time to take care of yourself. It's time to stop lying and stop being envious and stop being an uncaring person. It's time to start caring about yourself so that you can start caring about others. 14 breaks down to a 5. It's the 5th house of Leo. You're really blocked in the 5th house. And the 4th house. And the 7th house. And the 3rd house. You're just blocked all around, karmic feminine. Until you can learn to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. To heal yourself. To ask for forgiveness from God. And truly be in repentance by taking the steps that it is that you need to take for your health and your happiness. Venturing out alone on a new path. Accepting the situation for what is. Divine Masculine, it's time to learn something new. Excellent opportunities await you. You have released your fears. All the secrets have been revealed, the lies have been exposed. But however, there's still elements of the Seven of Swords going on here. Whether this is you or the karmic feminine, there's still deception and trickery here. And it's not a wise investment. Divine Masculine, you are sick of the conflict. This is a challenge that you've resolved. You've withdrawn from the drama of the karmic feminine. But it's time to have patience with yourself. It's time to take a leap of faith, Divine Masculine. Aries, Aquarius energy. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to listen to your heart and do what gives you joy. Because you've been stuck and trapped and miserable for so long. You haven't been listening to divine guidance, but you're starting to very slowly. Because Divine Masculine, you are coming into your abundance here. You're improving your self-value and your self-worth. Your income and your possessions are improving. They will improve once you close out all of the cycles that you're being called to close out in victory and success. Because you truly want a happy family, a happy and safe and stable home environment as well. Very abundant and happy home life. But this energy is still going on around you with envy and deceit. It's time to detox your energy from this very uncaring connection that you're coming out of. That has really caused a lot of financial loss and devastation. All right. So the first card that came out is child. There's definitely children involved and definitely children to consider here. I think right now this is what's keeping you stuck, Divine Masculine. How your child feels about everything that's happening all around within this home and family. It's breaking down, it's falling apart. It's toxic, it's abusive. This child's confused, upset. Clarifying the child card is the Two of Wands. The Queen of Wands Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. In the upright, though. This is not your wife here. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles. So let me break this down here. So, yes. A Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Someone who is very spiritual, very confident. And very attractive and hardworking. And they're just in their full confidence and power. Yes, this Queen of Wands has made a choice and decision to reveal all of the deception around your child or your children. Take it how it resonates for you. But it was for the highest good. And this was done on this platform. But this Two of Wands is in the upright. This is a good choice. This choice was made to free you from the ties that bind you and your children. It was for the highest good of all. Because it was because of the child and because of money that it was keeping you stuck and trapped in this very unfair situation that nobody deserved to be in. It was a divinely inspired choice over time to make everything that wasn't clear, clear. But there is some resistance here. This is stuck energy. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The deception surrounding this child and or children has been what's keeping you stuck in this situation for a long time. A long time. Aquarius energy. Divine masculine with Aquarius in their chart. The information was revealed so that you could heal yourself after information's been revealed. So you can have hope and faith to heal yourself, to heal the situation by walking away, leaving this unhappy home that was causing you nothing but turmoil, grief, sadness, pain, depression. It was causing you injury and illness because this situation was not for your highest good. And the situation was definitely not for the highest good of the children either. Because when the parents are very cold and they fight and they don't love each other, when they're not in unity, when they're divided, when there's abuse and chaos and conflict going on within the home, the children pay and the children suffer for it. And it reinforces negative family traditions. And it reinforces the idea that the child will just eventually grow up to be just like the parents, very broken, making a lot of the same mistakes that either one of the parents have made within this marriage. This is about breaking generational curses. This is about protecting children. This is about leaving abusive, toxic home environments to save and protect children. Change here. This is a move that is required to happen. The divine masculine and the children are required to move on from this karmic feminine, so this karmic feminine can get her life together and sort it out and in order. And they can only do this alone. There is no way that this karmic feminine can raise a child, because this karmic feminine has to learn how to take care of themselves first. And that is their choice of whether or not they want to do that. It's their choice of whether or not they will. But this karmic feminine cannot be trusted alone with these children. And that is known. So all proper steps must be taken to ensure the safety of the children. But yes, I am aware that this karmic feminine is pregnant or potentially pregnant. They're not taking care of their bodies. So the health of that baby is up in the air. But this karmic feminine needs to be under protection of like a psychiatric facility, so that this karmic feminine can be kept safe, and this unborn child can be kept safe. There has been a resistance and change with the Eight of Wands in reverse. And not just a resistance, but this karmic feminine has been doing everything in their power to keep this move from happening. Through spell work, through manipulation of everyone around them, to try to pulling out all the stops to keep this huge change from happening. But this change is inevitable. This change is called for by the universe. It's time to release the burden of the resistance of change for all involved. And it's time for the Emperor, the King of Cups in reverse, who doesn't talk about their emotions, to get themselves balanced here with this Two of Pentacles here, so that they can heal this aspect of yourself, divine masculine. And take a leap of faith to heal this aspect of yourself. And go from hiding your emotions to being vulnerable with your Empress here, divine masculine. It's time to act upon the desires of your heart. It's time to express your true feelings to your divine feminine. She is very loving, compassionate, understanding, abundant. This is all four queens. Very intelligent, very loving, very passionate, and very stable. It's time to come out of poverty and lack mindset. And that can only be done by actually taking the leap of faith and making the changes that are required to be made to come out of poverty. Because the universe is saying, hey, this situation hasn't been serving you. And every day this situation gets more and more intense, and more money, time, and resources and energy and health is lost. This is karmic justice. This is ordained by the universe. But there's still resistance here because the karmic feminine is still lying, still doing dumb shit, not communicating effectively. The karmic feminine doesn't have boundaries. They will do anything and everything. And because of that, they're stuck. They're not moving forward. They're not having victory or success. And their power has been robbed of them. And that is justice. 32:22 on the clock. Karmic feminine, Cancer sun, or Cancer somewhere in their chart. But this one that I'm referring to is Cancer sun, Capricorn moon, Libra rising. They're all in the reverse because this karmic feminine is very much in the reverse. They're a false person, not in their truth and authenticity. Not in their power at all. Very codependent, very narcissistic. Very greedy, very money hungry, very power hungry. 33:22 on the counter. This karmic feminine has a lot of healing to do and a lot of self-realization to do. And they really need to do this alone in a safe environment. So, Divine Masculine, it's time for you to contact the authorities and make sure that this is done. It's time to get a restraining order against this karmic feminine for the protection and safety of yourself and the children. And it's time to ensure the safety of the unborn child. So, next, we have the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Divine Masculine, it's time to take charge, take action. 24 breaks down to a 6. It's the 6th house of Virgo. It's time to take care of the good in yourself every day. It's time to protect yourself and your child, and yourself and your children, or just the children in general. If they're not your children, there's still children that need protected. And protect the secret crimes that this karmic feminine has done from the children. If that's at all possible, try not to air out all of the dirty laundry to the children, because they don't need to know all the details. But if they already do know, then there's really not much you can do about it. But it's time to save yourselves from this situation. There really is no good to be found in this karmic feminine, but the good can be found in you, divine masculine. When you take charge of the situation and take the actions that are appropriate to protect yourself and your children. Three of Pentacles. It's time to start collaborating with the divine. Doing as you're being guided to do. God has heard your lamentations. God has heard your cries. 58 breaks down to a 13, breaks down to a 4. God has heard your cries about your home situation and everything that has happened. The angels are providing you with mental force, being able to be strong mentally so that you can do what it is that you need to do to keep yourself and these children protected. And the angels are protecting you against sorrows and illness whenever you do finally get fully on board and collaborate with your destiny. 7 of Cups. 47. That's an 11. That's House of Aquarius. It's time to stop being confused. Because the 7 of Cups is about confusion. The lack of clarity. And it's time to get into your North Node, Emperor. To do what you're always destined to do. For your achievements, for your success. Towards your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your desires. You're called to be a humanitarian. Because you are Aquarius. Aquarians and Virgos are the humanitarians of the zodiac. And they work well together. There's some contemplation going on here. It's time to make the truth known in legal proceedings. File that restraining order. Call child services. Call adult protective services. Sound the alarm. Report all of the abuse. All of the alcohol and drug abuse. And all of the sex addictions, and just reveal everything. Lay it all out. That is the only way that you can protect everybody involved here. Four of Cups in the reverse. 23 breaks down to a 5. It's the 5th house of Leo. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. God is deflecting evil at this time and has been for a while. But there's resistance with healing. And this card's in the reverse. So there's no protection from weapons when this card's in reverse. And there's no safety in travel when this card is in reverse. Those that are not making choices and actions that reflect healing, protection, and safety is not guaranteed because of this conflict. 5 of Wands. The chaos, the drama, the competition, the jealousy, the envy. 26 is an 8. It's the House of Scorpio. It's because of sex. Outside of the marriage, too much sex that has caused all this to happen. But also entitlement over other people's money and the expectation of being served. Eighth house of Scorpio, sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, the unseen, the occult, inheritance, other people's money and taxes. You can win judgments, and all of those who seek the truth will be protected. God is listening in concealment, always, all the time. God knows all the secret thoughts, the secret plans, everything. And whatever is done in the dark comes to the light eventually. It's time to come out of this conflict and chaos and competition. And it's time for these karmic families to go on a new journey. The karmic masculine and these children need to be separated from this karmic feminine so that they can all do their healing individually. You can't heal whenever people are constantly being abused still, because this karmic feminine cannot control themselves. They cannot control their anger. They cannot control their hate, their rage. They can't control their sex addictions. They can't control their drug addictions. They can't control their alcohol addictions. They really need help. Everybody in these situations need help. So it's time to assert your will, divine masculine, and go with the new beginnings. The angels are assisting with difficult and these great undertakings at this time. It's time to embody your Aries and Aquarius energy and go on the new path that you're being called to. And when you do, you will be recognized, you will be exalted, and you will be rewarded accordingly. Whenever you go on this new path and you protect everybody involved in this situation. Divine masculine, it's time to hydrate yourself. Drink more water. I am actually doing the same. I had my tea this morning. Now I'm drinking my water. I don't like it, but it's part of life, right? Our bodies need water to nourish ourselves so that we can be healthy. Our bodies are made up of over 75% water, and we need water to survive. Everything else that we drink is not a healthful substance. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. It's also time to make sure that your children are drinking enough water too, so that their health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day as well. It's time to detox. It's time to eliminate all unhealthy substances and harmful chemicals from your diet, whether that is unhealthy drinks, whether that's alcohol, whether that's drugs, whether that is unhealthy food, whether that is unhealthy people, because detox also is about detoxing yourself from unhealthy people, such as this karmic feminine. Everybody needs to be safe in order to do this too, to completely detoxify themselves, their bodies, and their lives. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. These affirmations are meant to be said out loud, and the more that you say them, the more you believe them, and the more it will be so. It is about reprogramming your brain to a healthy state. It's time to call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Archangel Raphael is heaven's doctor. He will heal you if you ask him to. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing help with this karmic situation, with whatever you want to put in there. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. Don't forget to be grateful. It's time to stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you do have and what you want, as if you already have it. And the rune to seal off this reading for the Lemurian Healing crystal, it's just for healing in general, is Dagaz. It means midday light, and the key word is joy. Do what gives you joy. Believe in yourself and listen to your heart and do what gives you joy. It's time to focus on joy. Y'all have been miserable for way too long. Dagaz is associated with the light at midday when the sun's rays are at their greatest splendor. A boy and a girl dance with joy in the light of a summer's day. A butterfly, symbol of beauty and also transformation, flutters above them. Perhaps you dream of dancing with your divine feminine. You daydream about it, manifesting it. It can be real. It's all about making it real and making it happen. But this situation has to be cleaned up first. Everybody needs to be safe first. It is a moment of joy and happiness, falling in love and prosperity, light and wisdom. Everything is illuminated. The truth fills our lives with bliss. Our dreams finally come true. It's time to commemorate them and celebrate together with loved ones. Everything is harmonious in the dance of life, and there is no trace of aggression in our behavior. What relationship do we have with our body? How do we express joy? Do we allow ourselves to be happy? It's time to heal our bodies, minds, and souls so that we can express joy and happiness and allowing ourselves to be joyful and happy and carefree, to leave the pain and the old stuff of the past, to let it go. Remember the lessons, to forgive, but let it go. Degaz offers happiness and enthusiasm. It helps us overcome the stumbling blocks and feelings of guilt. It helps us feel light and beautiful, ready to seize the opportunities that life offers us. So whenever you feel stuck, when you feel like you're overthinking things and you don't know what to do, whenever this karmic feminine is still trying to block this situation from changing, remember what gives you joy and make that your strength. Be determined to feel light and beautiful and be ready to seize the opportunities that life offers us. Your destiny awaits, Divine Masculine. So, that is the conclusion of the healing crystal. Wow, these are still going to be really long. That's okay though. So, thank you for watching this reading and in support of my channel. This is where I leave you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. 5346 for the Bloodstone, red jasper. It's about healing the fear center, the root chakra. So if you're feeling afraid, here's a message. The first card that came out is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Eighth house of Scorpio, sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, the unseen, the occult, other people's money, inheritances, and taxes. Someone's either working too hard or not hard enough. Because Eight of Pentacles in reverse is an imbalance. Working too hard on situations that aren't serving them, and not working on situations that would serve them. And also, someone's not taking great pride in their excellent work. Practice does make perfect, or better, improvement. consider getting additional education or training. So, someone's resisting that. Here's Five of Swords energy. This is hateful, malice, malicious energy. Five of Swords, this is chaos and conflict as well, but it's more hateful and it's more manipulation and mind games and winning at all costs. Fives are about change. It's about resisting change. Fifth house of Leo, romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. This situation doesn't serve you at all. It's time to release your attachment to the outcome, no matter who you are. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. You're being called to the Four of Swords energy. Insights that come from quiet meditation. It's time to really think, rest, and meditate right now. There is a need for more sleep or time off. Both. It's time to seek relief from stress. Someone is very, very stressed out from all of this Five of Swords, this hateful energies. It's time to meditate and focus on fourth house matters, the house of Cancer. It's time to focus and meditate on unconditional love, stability, safety, and security of self and the home environment. But you can't heal in the environment that you got sick in 100%. So keep that in mind too. You can heal to a point, but then it's time to take action to change your environment so you can heal thoroughly. It's time to rest so that you can gain your strength to go towards the sun. This is Leo energy. The light is illuminating your path here. Number 19 is a 10. It's the 10th house of Capricorn. It's about having the commitment to work hard and be dedicated to a life and path of illumination and happiness and success. Because life is wonderful. It's time to thrive through the power of positive thinking, to be an inspiring success. It's time to find the strength within you to go towards someone who really embodies this. And you know who this is. Because you're manifesting this person with the Magician here. This is Gemini energy. Gemini and Leo energy. This is about believing in yourself. This is who you are, the Magician. This is about a Gemini who is coming out of the dark and into the light and being guided by a Leo energy that they are in love with. And this Leo energy loves them too. This is mutual love between two people. Look at that healing light between the two of them. They're on a beach here, and there's a caduceus here laying down on the beach, because this is a divine healing love. They can heal each other and others too, because this couple is destined to be healers. Just remember, you can manifest the life that you want. You're actively doing it anyway. What you need will magically appear, so you don't have to worry about lack, or if you don't see your resources right at this minute. What you need will magically appear whenever you take action on this, because successful beginnings are here and available. Do away with the old to go to the new, because this old energy has to be released. This old energy is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Swords. It has to be released. And the 4 of Swords is the bridge between the two. This is about the second house of Taurus. This partnership will definitely heal self-value, self-worth, money that you make, your possessions, and how you feel about your body. And it definitely has the capacity to extend that to others as well through their divine love example, through their creative projects together. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. These are 2 people who mutually, equally love each other. It is a very spiritual, pure, divine love. So don't give up on those that you love. We also have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, in the reverse. There's no communication. Communication needs to be had. 39 is a 12, breaks down to a 3. It's the 3rd house of Gemini. So this Gemini is not communicating with this Leo that there is a mutual divine love between the 2 of them. It's time to get into your Geminian powers and be the magician. The magician's coming up twice here. Both of you have Gemini in your chart because you are twin flames. You're both magicians and master manifestors. So it's time to look in the mirror, divine masculine, with Gemini in your chart. It's time for you to see yourself for the powerful divine magician that you are. 53. That's an 8. It's time to transform your life, Gemini. Time to transform yourself. It's time to put away the old man and transform into the new man that you were always destined to be. You're destined to be a healer of the ages, but it's in the reverse because you need to heal first. So put on the mind of Christ. The Spirit of Christ. Yeshua is the way, the truth, the life. Your divine feminine already embodies the Spirit of Yeshua. They're already in their mission and they're already healing people because they've healed themselves. And divine masculine, it's time for you to follow suit and do the same. It's time to be diligent, to daily do your healing so that you can in turn do that for others. You have to heal your reputation and you have to heal your physical body. But you have to heal your physical body first in order to heal anything else. You have to heal your self-value and your self-worth. (31) breaks down to a 4. It's the 4th house of Cancer again in the reverse. You're not feeling safe. You're not feeling secure. You're not feeling stable at all. And your home environment isn't safe, solid, stable, secure. There's a lot of healing that has to be done. Especially with vulnerability. And being vulnerable with your emotions, divine masculine. You need to start communicating about how you feel to your divine to your divine feminine here. You need to heal your heart through the 9th house of Sagittarius, through religion, spirituality, long distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. This contract that you're in, this marriage contract, needs to be released. And so does the job that you're currently in, if you're still in it. Because your job is breaking your physical body down. And so is your current home environment and the people around you. Once you're able to release this contract and heal your self-value, heal yourself, and start speaking your truth and your authenticity and being vulnerable with your emotions to your divine counterpart, you will have victory. And here's the Sun again. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. This is abundance and happiness and joy. Light, love, truth, illumination, along with the victory card. These are the two best cards to have next to each other. There's so much potential here. And all it takes is you opening your mouth and doing what it takes to heal yourself. Your mind, body, soul, finances. So gather your strength to go on the journey and follow this different path. Keep coming towards the light to your victory, divine masculine. It is hard work. The 28 is Capricorn energy. It is hard work. But there is so much victory and success here, and there's just so much here. It's time to go towards this. Follow your heart. Do what gives you joy. Follow the light. Come out of the dark to your victory and happiness. Sudden wealth is waiting for you when you walk towards the sun. When you walk towards this Leo that shines as bright as the sun. this Leo that is your divine counterpart. '11 is the 11th house of Aquarius. It's achievements, goals, dreams, desires, humanitarianism, hope and faith and healing. It's time to go towards this. You will have sudden wealth when you communicate, when you reconcile with your divine counterpart here. Create a new family full of happy times, joy. '21 is the third house of Gemini again. Siblings, short distance travel, platforms, friends, social media, and contracts. Releasing of an old, unfulfilling 1-1. There's 5 1s on my counter, so go ahead and check out that angel number. The Lovers. More Gemini energy. This is where your heart is. It's time to follow it. Your divine counterpart also has Virgo in their chart. They're very skilled, very spiritual. They spend a lot of time alone mastering their craft. That comforts you, doesn't it? So it's time to speak out. Reach out and communicate. And exchange gifts with each other. The gift of unconditional love and healing and cooperation. So you can be this wealthy man that you were always destined to be. Come out of poverty. Come out of darkness and misery. Come into the light of happiness, health, and wealth. It's time to court your divine feminine. It's time to get to know each other. Start a brand new life together. Learn how to work together. Cooperate. Reconcile. And all it takes is a conversation. So where are you? It's time to have strength. Be bold. Be confident. Stand in your power. Adopt the Leo energy. The strength to speak, to communicate, to be vulnerable. Pisces energy. You've been hanging on this tree long enough. It's time to make the sacrifice that the hanged man requires. The sacrifice of letting go of this old, toxic, painful situation and having the strength to walk towards the new. It's destiny. There's no sense in fighting it anymore. The Hermit. Virgo energy. All of these signs are within either yours or your divine feminine's chart. The Hermit is very solitary in nature. They look for the meaning in life. They're very spiritual. They're very inquisitive and investigative. And they work really hard. Your divine feminine is very stable. They have pentacles. There's no problems here with this. They also love their home and their family, and they take care of their home and family. They're very loving and very nurturing. And they work very hard. And you know all these things because you're still watching them, Divine Masculine. You're still watching these readings and you're not saying anything. It's time to come out of hiding, Divine Masculine. Stop observing and take action and speak. Be vulnerable. This is unconditional love. You know it. You feel it all the time. Your divine feminine feels it too. It's pure. It's a brand new love. It's time to speak. Not only is this pure and unconditional love, but there is 10 of Pentacles here waiting for you. Your collaboration together can create this 10 of Pentacles. This is a lasting legacy of home, family, possessions, happiness, spirituality, healing people. There's so much abundance here, just waiting. So it's time to close up some cycles because this is unsuccessful completion of cycles. It's time to wrap up these energies of not investing in it, not speaking, not offering this love, not offering the communication. It's time to stop doing that. It's time to wrap up the cycles of that. It's time to wrap up the cycles of sadness and regret and remorse. It's time to stop focusing on what you've lost and what you're losing. It's time to start focusing on what you're to gain. It's time to focus on what you're grateful for. And you already know what you're grateful for, but it's time to stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive and come out of this conflict. Your environment that is so conflicted. It's time to come out of jealousy and chaos and conflict and competition. It's time to come out of the fighting. When you come out of this energy, the whole world is waiting for you. Because the longer you stay in this situation, it's justice in the reverse. And that is bad karma for keeping yourself stuck in a very unfair situation. Unfair for you, unfair for the kids. 18 breaks down to a 9. It's the 9th house of Sagittarius in the reverse. Stop fighting the universe and the divine and your destiny. Stop fighting against what is just and fair. And what is just and fair is you following your destiny towards your victory and success and your happiness and your abundance and unconditional love. It's time to make the truth known in court, because innocence will prevail. So don't be afraid. Death in reverse. This is the fear of change. Scorpio energy. And justice is Libra energy. Both of these are in the reverse. Stop resisting your transformation, Emperor. 72 is another 9. Sagittarius house. Know that with every ending, there's a new beginning. The bullshit of the past is over. Just finish it. And move forward to your brand new life that awaits you. Your health and your longevity will improve once you come out of this fear. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Wands takes action towards what they want and who they want. They're very passionate. They're very authoritative leaders. Stand in your power and be that. Communicate. Come out of the darkness and come into the light. God is merciful, and so is your divine feminine. You're just waiting for a conversation. But the ball's in your court, divine masculine. You're very eloquent. You have the ability to give answers to those in doubt. You're an agent of change. That's what you're called to be. 12222. So it's 2222 with a 1 in front of it. 5th house is the house of Leo. It's time to take a risk for romance, a risk for your children, pets, and risk for creativity. Time to take a risk for matters of your heart. It's time to stop procrastinating. 9 of Wands. It's time to persevere. 51 breaks down to a 6. You've been resisting this every day for a while. It's working on your health and your reputation as we speak, and will continue to do so until you speak, till you're vulnerable with your divine counterpart. When you two team up, y'all will be like universal medicine to the world. It's time to elevate your soul and reveal mysteries together. And bring secrets out of the dark and into the light with your divine counterpart. King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's in the upright, so the King of Cups is vulnerable to talk about their feelings. They're open with their feelings with the people that they trust, with the person that they trust. And right now, the only person that you can trust right now is your divine feminine, because you've got sharks all around you, divine masculine. Distracting you, causing chaos and conflict and drama, judging you, 69 is 15, breaks down to a 6. It's another House of Virgo again. It's time for restitution. You'll find stolen objects and discover the person responsible. But only when you take action. But it looks like you're being secretive. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is theft, deception, trickery, and self-deception. You're leaving evidence behind of your deception, of how you feel about your divine feminine. It's time to be honest. 66 is an angel number as well. It's about bringing peace and balance and harmony to yourself so that you can bring peace and balance and harmony to the divine connection. God nurtures and maintains everything. You have the knowledge of good and evil. And the only way to appease the divine anger and the judgment that you're under is to speak to your divine feminine. It's time to have this conversation. Once you return to your divine feminine, this 6 of Swords is in the reverse. This is a return. Once you return, you get the 10 of Cups, complete happiness within your home and family. But it's a new home and family, not the existing one. Because those people aren't working with you. They never have and they never will. They're in chaos and conflict and competition. 6 of Swords, 63. It's 9, 9th house of Sagittarius. There is a separation perception here. The only victorious perception is the perception of unity. You're protected against accidents whenever you return. You will heal the sick when you return. You will heal yourself and others. 10 of Cups, 71 is an 8. When you go towards your complete happiness, it'll be a major transformation. To regenerate this very special divine love. To re-spark it. All it takes is a conversation. It's time to be the divine warrior you were called to be. You confound the wicked, and you bring peace and victory. So, stand in this energy. Make your choices reflect all of that. Because God is the master of the universe. The universe is regulating this whole situation. So it's time to fall in line with the will of the universe and the will of God and the will of your destiny, where you will find peace, rest, happiness, unconditional love, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Everything that you can imagine can be yours. But it's time to come out of your head and do something about it. The divine counterparts need to give up caffeine. I'm working on it. Are you? Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. After my tea is done, this last jug that I have, I'm not buying any more sugar. I'm out of sugar. I'm done. It's time to stand in your inner authority, Divine Masculine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. The divine is helping you. God is intervening. So are the angels. They're intervening to help you take the steps that you're guided to take. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for being with the Divine Masculine at this time and for helping with the situation at hand. I have faith in divine intervention, and I fully accept your guidance now. Rado. It's in the reverse because it still needs to happen yet. It is the Chariot card. Chariot of the Sun. It's time to leave. It's time to move. It's time to travel. But this is in the reverse because you have not made your move yet. We'll put it in the upright because this is the divine guidance that you have been procrastinating on, that you have been suppressing, Divine Masculine. This card is associated with travel in the physical as well as the symbolic sense. The horseman rides his steed proudly towards his goal, while the sun rises and begins its journey across the sky. The meaning of the card is that of progress towards a greater consciousness. The journey is to be understood both physically and metaphorically. Rado invites us to have faith in our dreams and to get closer to them, so as to get to the root of our wishes and therefore to a thorough understanding of our nature. Are you hearing this? The journey is to be understood both physically and metaphorically. You are working toward progress, toward a greater consciousness. It's time to have faith in your dreams and get closer to them. This is your dreams here. Victory, happiness, and this unconditional love connection. This is your dreams and your happiness. It's time to have faith in your dreams and get closer to them, to get to the root of your wishes, and therefore to a thorough understanding of your nature. You won't have a thorough understanding of your nature staying where you're at. Acting independently will make us stronger and more aware of our limitations. How independent are we? How much do we depend on the judgment of others? Ooh. You're worried about judgment of others. Well, who gives a fuck what they think? They don't love you. They don't support you. They're using you. They're keeping you stuck in toxic situations. Who cares? You are able to move ahead on your own. You don't need anyone's approval. All you need to be concerned about is the approval of God and the universe. How discouraged do we become at the first sign of difficulty? You're having difficulties all around you and you're letting it discourage you. It's time to stop it. You do wish to be elsewhere. You do wish to be free. It's time to stop wishing. Leave and communicate with your divine counterpart here. Rado increases self-esteem and our inner balance. Your self-esteem and your inner balance will be restored when you leave this situation behind and keep it in the past. So this is the conclusion of the healing of the root chakra. This is what you're afraid to do. It's time to stop being afraid. It's time to do what you know you must do and take action. There is nothing to fear. Who cares what other people think? Just leave them all behind. Because your health and your success and your life depends on it. So thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. If this is where we part ways, have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all soon. 1 hour, 36:47 starts the Moldavite reading, personal transformation. So here we go. 7 of Cups. Seventh house of Libran partnerships. It's time to make a decision about your current partnership. It's time to be clear about what you want and take action. There is a need for detoxification. It's time to clear up your confusion. This is for a King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine energy. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. It's time to stay in your integrity. There is a situation that calls for honest and open communication, and you're not communicating. King of Swords. Empress in reverse. This is the energy around you that is distracting you, keeping you from acting on your plans. This person is not creative. They're a distraction. Their behavior is keeping you distracted from your plans, and it's time to act. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources await you, but this Empress in reverse is keeping you from everything, keeping you distracted, and time is running out. King of Swords. That's very unloving, very manipulative. Wife and mother. There's a very poor excuse for a wife and mother. That is confirmation from the universe, as if you needed more confirmation that this person is very hateful, very malicious, and very spiteful. And they're overflowing in their tears to manipulate you into staying trapped in this situation to continue to provide for them. This person needs to stand on their own. This is a 3 in the reverse. Gemini, you're not in your power. By letting this person continue to distract you with everything that they're doing, because it's all manipulation. It's not real. You can't trust this person, and you know it. They have a very long history of being very mean and abusive towards you and your children. It's time to make a decision on what you're going to do about this person once and for all. You don't love this person. The King of Cups is in the reverse. There is no loving communication here. You know you can't trust this person. More confirmation. You have the ability to accomplish many things at once, but not with this person. This person keeps you limited. This person keeps you distracted so you can't do anything that is beneficial or productive. This person keeps you from following your creative passions because it's all about me, 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 me. What am I going to do? You're leaving me stuck and abandoned. What am I going to do? Well, that's not your concern. What about all the time that was invested? What about it? What about it? This person is a child abuser and a prostitute, and you know it. Your wife has an STD. Period. It's time to make a decision. And go on the full journey. This is the Fool card. It's time for new beginnings elsewhere. Don't be concerned about what this person's going to do. You let that be up to them. Because you have shit to do. King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's time to start a brand new life. It's time to find your purpose. It's time to have a forgiving and compassionate review of the past and just let it go. To improve your self-value, your self-worth, so that you can start building your finances and your possessions back to where it should be, where it needs to be, where it's destined to be. You're destined to be greater than what you are currently because this person is keeping you small. Ace of Pentacles. It's time to start a brand new life. And go towards where you know you need to go and offer this pentacle of commitment and love. Once you go on this new journey, it's your lucky day. And the rest of your life will be lucky, joyful, and abundant, overflowing with unconditional love and happiness and joy. New resources of money, time, and support. It's time to change your job. And it's time for a new emotional experience. It's time to reach out and communicate with the authentic Empress, your true divine counterpart. And it's time to act upon your plans with this person, the Empress in the upright. Libra Taurus energy. Creativity is rewarded. You're being called to have a independent business with your divine counterpart to help heal others. And you will be luxuriously rewarded when y'all team up together. So stop letting this wicked, evil person distract you and go towards the authentic Empress, who is very kind, very loving, and very abundant. Reach out and communicate. To be gentle, loving, dreamy, and open-hearted with your divine counterpart. This is apologies and revealing of your feelings. A new emotional situation awaits you. Messages regarding relationships and social invitations are being called for. You're being intuitively guided to do this. So it's time to start acting on it. It's time to successfully complete some cycles here with the world here. '29 breaks down to an 11. 11th house of Aquarius. Achievements, goals, wishes, dreams, aspirations, humanitarianism. You're being called to a life of humanitarianism, King of Swords. You are an Aquarius and a Gemini. This is for you. If this situation resonates with you, this is what you're being called to do. Close out a cycle of being unappreciated for what you do and what you provide. You're not being appreciated at home or at your current job. In both places, they're wearing your body down and breaking you to the bone. You're wearing your physical health down for nothing. And you're not being appreciated at either place. All the expectations are burdening you. It's time to close out the cycle of not having a strategy. It's time to close out a cycle of going through the motions. Every day being the same old shit, different day. It's time to heal your broken heart. When you heal your broken heart, when you completely break free of these situations that aren't serving you, your financial constraints will be lifted. The door to personal healing and happiness is awaiting you, King of Swords. Gemini and Aquarius. You're not taking action, and you need to take action. It's time to communicate. It's time to make a move. It's time to make a decision. The absence of a decision is a decision. Don't let the absence of a decision make you be in regret. I'm missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. You're the emperor. It's time to act like it. Be mature. Follow your destined life path. You are called to be an agent of change, positive change. Clarifying, the Emperor is the Six of Swords reverse. This is returning. Knight of Swords. It's time to take swift action. Swift. Gemini, Aquarius energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's time to return swiftly to the light, to the sun, to your divine counterpart. It has Leo in their chart. You know who it is. It's time to come forth with the truth, honest, and clear communication. And choose the divine partnership. Work together. Love and mission. Page of Cups again. It's time for a brand new emotional situation. It's time to be gentle and loving and dreamy and open-hearted, revealing your feelings to your divine counterpart. Mutual love, Two of Cups. It's time to act on this. It's time to go on this spiritual journey, to go down the path, come out of the darkness that you're on, this dark path here, and go into the light. Here you are again, Emperor. You're coming up twice here. Aries, Taurus energy. It's time to stop being angry and jealous. And time to come out of inaction. It's time to get into your Sagittarian energy. This is about patience, peace, tempering your emotions. Because your emotions are all over the place because of this betrayal. Because of this karmic feminine who has betrayed you over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's time to release it. Come out of the darkness and into the light. You're thinking about it. Thinking and thinking and thinking, but thinking isn't action. You're thinking about yourself and the loss of your finances. You really want to build your stability back to make this offer, but it's a waste of time. You're not going to build it back staying where you're at. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. It's foolish. So stop focusing on what you don't have and focus on what you can have. But you have to invest in the Queen of Cups here. The true Queen of Cups, the Queen of your heart, the person that you love, your Empress, the person that loves you too. Because as long as you're not communicating, as long as you're staying stuck where you're at and not taking action, you're not investing in the matters of your heart. And you're not investing in the person you truly love. And every day is another missed opportunity for your happiness, for your success, for your health and healing and improving of your whole life. So it's time to reach out. You know how to communicate with your Empress. Use your words. It's time. Just be honest. Everything can be worked out here. But nothing can happen if you don't speak, if you don't communicate. The message needs, and there's reciprocity. You will have reciprocity with your true divine counterpart here. You don't have it where you're at. Your divine counterpart will work with you to create your empire together. This person that you're with doesn't work at all. They're working against you. When you reach out and communicate with balance and you want to put in the work and it's reciprocal, the universe will grant good karma for this because this is what you were always meant to do. Judgment will go in your favor, Emperor. But not until this all happens. And then when the judgment goes in your favor, you and your divine counterpart can celebrate together. Be happy. Y'all will work very hard together for a very balanced future. Everything you want is here to change your life. It's just that you've got to go through this door of personal healing and happiness. There are things that you must do, Emperor, to take charge. You're coming up twice in this reading. It's time to take charge of your situation and communicate honestly, lovingly, in truth and love and compassion and cooperation, leaving the old life behind to go for the new life, because the new life has everything you've ever wanted, your wildest dreams come true. And staying stuck and miserable where you're at is your own personal hell and your own personal nightmare until you decide to come out of it. It will result in the best relationship that you've ever had. There's nothing to fear. Because the Empress is very loving, kind, and compassionate, and led by God. It will work with you, meet you halfway every single time. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding my relationship upon the path of love. It's time to create this relationship with your divine counterpart. And forgive everyone around you, for they know not what they do. Really, they don't. They don't understand the consequences of their actions. They're starting to, but let them learn on their own. Forgive yourself. Forgive everyone around you. Forgiveness heals. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, peace and health. Because if you come towards this relationship and you don't forgive, it's going to cause problems in the new relationship. So it's time to stay positive. I know you're having trouble with that because you're in the dark. It's time to come out of the dark and into the light. And only you can free yourself. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. There's so much here about health. You're in pain. Your body's weakening. I'm hearing again that this karmic is putting her blood in your food and drinks. You will catch her STDs. You're not going to be able to be protected from it much longer. You have to make a move. Save yourself. We have 3 runes that came out. First one is Manaz. Second one is Quanaz. And the third one is Wanyo. We'll start with Manaz first, and we'll go in order. Manaz. It's time to be in the spirit of cooperation for humanity. This is following your destiny. The rune is connected to the sense of union that unites all humanity to the cosmos. The union with your divine counterpart. Will you unite all humanity with the cosmos? That's what being a twin flame is all about. We help heal the free and the sick and the lost. We free captives with our messages. Inspire people to free themselves so they can live their life of happiness and success. The god has 3 faces, one facing the moon, one facing towards the sun, and one looks ahead. His gaze embraces the totality of the world and mankind. When you're in alignment with your intuition, with God, and the future, you're in alignment with your destiny. This card alludes to cooperation and reminds us that no one is an island, and we're bound by invisible threads that cannot be dissolved. So the etheric cords that are connecting us together will never be dissolved. You will always feel what you feel, and every day it will be more and more intense until you decide it's time to take action and cooperate with your destiny and with your divine counterpart. The card indicates collective dreams and the joy of cooperating and having shared projects. That's all I've been talking about. We have lots of work to do. Lots of creative projects that we have to do together to help unite humanity together. And not just us, but all of the twin flames. The 144,000 chosen ones to do this. Unity is strength, and exchange and communication are two key concepts of the card. Being united is our strength. Being divided, we fall. That is the whole reason we were set up as souls. To have a partner. 144,000, everybody has a partner to work with. But it is our choice to cooperate with it or not. And when we don't cooperate with it, we get karma for it. Until we fall in line with the will of God and the path of destiny. Let's meditate on our relations with others. Are we able to give and receive affection? Are we at ease with emotions? It's time to get comfortable with all of this, because this is where the power of our strength lies. How well are we able to communicate verbally and with our attitude? Come on. Do we commit ourselves with enthusiasm to collective projects? It's time to do that, all of this. It's time to stop feeling alone and misunderstood. It's time to come out of the dark and into the light. Quanaz is about passion. Twin flames, it's all about the spark of passion and creativity for each other and for the mission. That's what it's about. We share the same soul. We are the opposites of each other. Twin flames are the opposite of each other, but similar as well. When one person is weak in something, the other is strong in, and vice versa. That is the point. To be good teammates, to work together in cooperation and unity and harmony. It's time to follow your passion. Get in touch with creativity to heal the world. But we have to heal ourselves first. The rune is tied to fire, which is at once carrier of light and heat, but also of destruction. It's time to stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive. Let's focus on the light and bring the heat of love and compassion and healing. A young torch bearer has 2 torches in hand, and the flame that burns illuminates the wishes of the youth who is full of passion and enthusiasm. It's time to get back in touch with your inner child, to have fun, flirt, be youthful, enjoy and live life. Each time that something new enters our lives, youthful energies are set in motion, and our gaze is illuminated by prospects that we had not taken into consideration. Yeah, so that's what this is all about. This connection is brand new. Youthful energies are set in motion. They're waiting. They're waiting for you to take action on this, Divine Masculine. And what you see is prospects that you have not taken into consideration before. It's time to act on it. But we must not allow ourselves to be blinded by illusions or overly devouring passions. Staying in the darkness, you're being blinded by illusions and overly devouring passions, whether that's passionate sex or passionate hate, whatever. It will all devour you. The darkness devours, it steals, it kills, and it destroys everyone in its wake. That is evil. And it is a waste of human lives, a waste of human potential. Let's reflect on how the strength of desire becomes part of our life and transforms it. Let's stop thinking about it and actually do it. Act upon the strength of your desires and transform your life. Are we able to achieve what we want to do? Or do you not do anything about your dreams and let it destroy you? Because taking no action and staying in the darkness is destroying you. You know it. You feel it. You're experiencing it every day. The pain, the burden, the suffering, the misery, the sadness, the anger, the unrest, the lack of peace, the lack of quiet and calmness. You're experiencing this every day. Pull yourself out of it. Are our ambitions commensurate with our potential? Your potential is greater than your current ambition, because staying stuck in a situation shows the lack of ambition. It's cowardice and it's weakness, and it must be eliminated. Quanaz increases our vitality. You will become alive again. You'll be healthy. You'll be wealthy. You'll be looked up to. You'll be busy. You'll be productive. This is your dreams come true, but you have to take action on it. Quanaz increases our vitality and makes us resourceful, and is excellent in regards to emotional issues. Be motivated to heal yourself and come out of this. I implore you. Focus on the one-yo, the union, the bond. There is joy in this divine bond, this sacred bond that you have with your divine counterpart. One-yo is linked to union. You're being called to come into union with your divine counterpart, to cooperate with passion. The couple and the serenity of the family. A man and a woman is holding hands. They are bearers of complementary values and together are able to build something that each could not on their own. Because each one has something the other is missing. That's what I said before. What one person is strong at, the other is weak, and vice versa. It makes the perfect union, the perfect couple. Not perfect as in people are perfect. I mean, it's the perfect cooperation, the perfect blending of energies to work together for common purposes. And what is that? Unconditional love and healing and cooperation and spreading that out to others. The essence of the card is the importance of having solid and sincere bonds. This marriage that you're in is not solid and it's not sincere. It's time to break that bond. It's evil, it's toxic, it's unhealthy, and it's killing you. Furthermore, one-yo speaks to us of traditions and roots. This union will save your life. It is important to have a place to return to, a physical place, and the love of a family. There is no love in your current family unit. You know it, you feel it, and you experience it every day. What do roots represent for us? You're too attached to your childhood and the past. The childhood traditions, the wounds, the trauma, the pain, which is causing you doubt and fear of moving forward. Your memories can be a resource capable of regenerating and helping others in times of need. It's just all about and how you harness the energy. One-yo helps us to have greater balance in our love and family relationships. This partnership is balanced, loving, nurturing, compassionate. And it will be successful. But it's up to you to take the action. You are the emperor. It's time to rise up and be in your emperor energy. You are an authority, a leader of love and compassion. It's time to start acting like it. Come out of the darkness and into the light. These are your messages. So thank y'all for your support of my channel and all the ways that you do. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all soon.